Today on Larry King Now, international screen icon Sophia Loren.
We used to go to the movies and we saw another kind of life. I saw another kind of life. So I said to myself, the life I'm living, it's not the only one.
On her memoir, Yesterday, Today, Tomorrow, My Life.
All these kind of things that I wrote about my life, I think I'm going to destroy. But before destroying them, I think I should write a book about my life.
Plus, Clark Gable.
He was wearing always a watch, and at 5 o'clock at night, the watch would ring, and he would go away.
That was
He
it.
would not work after 5 o'clock. In the middle of a scene, bye-bye.
It's all next on Larry King Now. Welcome to Larry King Now. Our special guest, the delightful, wonderful, talented, beautiful Sophia Loren, the Academy Award-winning actress. She won it for her role in Two Women, as well as the recipient of the 1995 Cecil B. DeMille Award for Lifetime Achievement. She was honored by the American Film Institute earlier this month at the world-renowned AFI Fest. And with her new memoir, Yesterday, Today, Tomorrow, My Life, she shares memories, anecdotes, and stories about her youth, career, and family. We were together a little while ago when Carlos Slim hosted her 80th birthday party in Mexico City. That was a great night.
Beautiful.
Did you have fun?
Oh, yes. Together.
We sat together.
Yes. We ate a lot.
We played footsies. No,
oh, yeah. No, not yet. No.
Not yet,
No,
later.
no.
Why did you write this book?
What do you mean, why? It's
what
because
led
when you reach the age that I've reached, I think that I had in mind to write a little bit about my life. And it came out when one day I was trying to make some order in my drawers and things where there were many agendas of many years in the back. And I started to read, and then I started to say to myself, all these kind of things that I wrote about my life, I think I'm going to destroy. But before destroying them, I think I should write a book about my life, because what I read, it's very interesting, and it's very nice, and it's very sometimes childish, sometimes quite wise. And so then I started. The agendas I destroyed. I mean, they're not. I burned them all.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I didn't want anything to go in the hands of people one day when I'm not here anymore. They were mine, and I wanted to keep them mine.
Was any part of it difficult to write?
It was something that really was difficult. Yes, was very difficult.
Was your life poor at the beginning?
Well, because I was a child when we had the war in Italy, and all the violence and the miseries and the hunger, everything went through our house. Like our house, for us, it was the world, the whole world. So sometimes when things got a little better with the war, the Americans came in, we used to go to the movies with my aunt and look at the movies, and we saw another kind of life. I saw another kind of life. So I said to myself, the life I'm living, it's not the only one. So there is also another kind of life that I may reach to when I am a little older.
Did you know you could act?
No. I didn't know anything about myself. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know who my father was. I didn't know why I was in the world. I didn't know. Little by little, then you learn. But I think I'm not, children don't know why they're in the world.
How did you start in the business? How did you get to roles?
Well, it sounds very easy. It took a long time because when I was 15, my mother said, tomorrow you leave school, because she was a kind of a very, very, not angry, a little bitter about life for what she had, a little, yes. Tomorrow you leave school and we go to Rome because I want you to be in the movies. But later on, I knew why she said that, because she wanted to go to Rome to see my father.
Aha.
So by chance, I went to Rome to be able to do something, to work. Let's say to work, yes.
How did you get your first part?
A real part?
Yeah.
Because I started to say, hello, the dinner is served, and then the line got longer and longer and longer.
They saw your face.
But the first time it was when I met Vittorio De Sica.
The great director.
Vittorio De Sica. He came from Naples. He was a Neapolitan like me, and everything he was doing I knew already because, I mean, Neapolitans, you don't need much words to understand what you think, what are you doing, because life for us has always been very hard.
Sophia will talk about her sex symbol status, that infamous photograph of Jayne Mansfield. Which
Sex what?
Sex symbol. We'll be right back with Sophia Loren. The book is, you don't think so? Yesterday, Today, Tomorrow, My Life. We'll be right back. Our guest, Sophia Loren, Yesterday, Today, Tomorrow, My Life is her new book. Two women, you got the Academy Award nomination. You won the Academy Award. You were the first woman to win a Best Actress Oscar for a foreign language film, but you didn't go to the Academy Awards. Why?
First of all, okay, I didn't think I was going to win anyway, so. But when I got the nomination, then when you get a nomination between the five, you say to yourself, you start to have a kind of
I might do this.
Desire. I say, maybe I'm going to win. So I was thinking about going and being there. But then I said to myself, if I go, I'm going to faint of the pleasure. The pleasure is so big that I'm going to faint. So I better faint at home so nobody sees me. So that's why I didn't go.
How did you find out you won?
Well, we spent the whole night, of course, without sleeping. Then we made a mistake for the hour because the time difference. So we thought that everything was closed and I did not win. We were going to bed, Carla and I in the house, the friends, bye-bye. The telephone rings and Carrie was on the phone. And Carlo picked up the phone and he didn't speak very well English. So, Sophia win. So he gave me the telephone, and Carrie said, well, you've done it again. Again. I don't know why again. But anyway, yes, it was a very nice phone call. Very happy one, very happy one.
Everywhere you go, they're showing that picture of you and Jayne Mansfield. I knew Jayne Mansfield.
Oh, mamma mia.
That crazy picture of you looking down. That was a party for you, right?
I'm not looking so down. I was looking there.
What was that, a party in your honor?
Yes, it was the first party in Los Angeles. There was Luella Parson, Hedda Harper. Every actor in town was there.
What were you thinking?
I was not thinking, I was looking. My God, how dare somebody coming out. But I think in that time, I think that girls did that kind of things. Not me.
Not you.
No. Thank you.
But Jayne was a very smart girl. Very smart.
She was beautiful, she was smart. But I think that it was really something that, it was a false move. She should not have done it.
Yeah, I agree.
No.
Did you ever feel, being from Italy, that you were an outsider in Hollywood?
No, I never felt outsider anywhere because when I go to a place, if I go, I have to feel at home. And even here, that my language was not, I didn't speak English at all. I tried with all my best to have the right friends and to be able to work as much as I could, and I've always been somebody very serious.
You've been quoted as saying, sex appeal is 50% what you've got and 50% what people think you've got. Did you see yourself as a sex symbol? I mean,
I don't even know what you're talking about.
You knew you were beautiful. You knew you were...
I was okay.
Okay.
Yeah. When I was little, I was not okay. I was really like very thin and very not pretty.
Really?
Not pretty at all, no. Well, because I was very, very, very thin. I was black. It's something, I didn't like myself.
So when you looked in the mirror, you didn't say, I'm beautiful?
No, my. But of course, when I started to be 14, 15, my body started to mold nicely.
Develop?
I think. And but I never thought. I mean, in Pozzuoli, my little hometown, you spoke about sex appeal. They don't even know what you were talking about, including me.
In your memoir, you recall people, including your future husband, Carlo, recommending that you get a nose job, right?
See.
You refused.
Well, I refused because at the time nobody thought about doing intervention in your face or elsewhere in the body. So I said, if I'm not photogenic, because they think that my face cannot be photographed because my nose is like the nose of a Pinocchio, then I think I better go back into my hometown and
forget it.
Lead a very small, very nice life with a husband, children, and that's all. Goodbye.
You have a very noble nose, a beautiful nose.
I know.
I know too.
Yes.
Sophia will dish on some of her leading men in life and on film. The great Sophia Loren, the book Yesterday, Today, Tomorrow, My Life. We'll be right back. We're back with Sophia Loren, one of the great actresses and great ladies that I've known through a wonderful life she's led. And she writes about in Yesterday, Today, Tomorrow, My Life. You had a great love affair, a long, successful one with Carlo Ponti. What was it about the two of you? What was it?
It was a beautiful encounter from in a beauty contest. There was a beauty contest one night in Rome, and he was in the jury, Carlo, and I was sitting at the table with some friends, and he sent me a little card saying, "Please, why don't you join these girls and maybe you're going to win." So I said, it's okay. I did, and I arrived second. But anyway, because that gave me the chance really to know Carlo, and but not to know really completely, but to start to know somebody that really cared about you, somebody that really was interested in me as a person, somebody that really was thinking about doing for my career something through the lines, through the things that he said, something that nobody else had said to me. So I said, I needed a friend, I needed somebody. And so we started to see each other little by little, you know, and but always really in a friendly way.
And then it developed, huh?
And then it developed, but long time ago, a long time later, because when things got really serious, I was 19, and I met him when I was maybe 16 years old. Yes.
You had two sons? with him?
Yeah.
Two wonderful boys.
Sì. I più belli del film.
And he was the love of your life, right?
Sì.
Yeah. But Cary Grant proposed to you. You write in, how did that, were you dating him?
No, I was working with him in a picture called The Pride and the Passion, where there was also Frank Sinatra.
Great movie. I like that movie a lot.
Yeah.
So he proposed to you while making the movie?
It's something that when you work together in a movie, you see each other day by day, you start to speak, you start to know each other, you start to tell things and maybe need help. And it's a very complicated situation. And then at the end it becomes something a little important. And I was 23 when I met Cary. And no, he didn't propose to me because he was married, Cary. He was happily married with
Did you like him? You liked him a lot,
Blair.
though. You liked him a lot.
Well, I mean, Cary Grant. Funny, handsome, wonderful walk, wonderful actor.
You had a great relationship with Mastroianni, did you not? Marcello Mastroianni.
Marcello Mastroianni, we made 14 films together. We worked together for 20 years of our lives. Most of the pictures were directed by Vittorio De Sica.
I interviewed Marcello Mastroianni.
Yeah.
And
He was funny.
Oh, funny. And he told me about doing love scenes with you. And he said, here's what he said.
Wait.
When you make a love scene, it's not, you don't get turned on because there's cameras all around. You have to take different positions. Is that right? It's very hard to feel amorous when you have to turn your body certain ways for cameras.
When we were in films a long time ago, Marcello and I, when you had to do a love scene, we were very careful. But today, I mean, they do everything on television.
Yeah, what do you make of that?
Non lo so. I don't want to even think about it. My God. When we kissed each other on the camera, we always used to kiss each other putting a hand like this here, because we never did kiss, never.
You never kissed?
No, on the screen, never.
Wow. Today you'd be in bed, right?
Oof. Mamma mia.
I'll ask you about some of the people you worked with. When we had your birthday party, I told you how much I liked Frank Sinatra. You did too, right?
But
Was he not a wonderful man?
great, great. Funny, wonderful, wonderful soul. Yeah.
What about Paul Newman?
I loved him. I really did, yes.
Peter Sellers?
Funny, but in real life he was a little sad.
Tragic.
Always.
Yeah.
Yes.
Daniel Day-Lewis?
He's the best actor in town.
The best.
In the world, yes.
Richard Burton?
Well, I saw him when he had a very difficult situation with Elizabeth. They were going to split.
You print the long letter he wrote.
Great actor, great face, and a wonderful. I mean, he and Elizabeth together, they were great together. They were really made for each other.
Clark Gable?
Clark Gable was a very serious man, very silent, and of course a beautiful actor. The only thing I really didn't like much about him is that he was wearing always a watch, and at 5 o'clock at night, the watch would ring, and he would go away.
That was
He
it?
would not work after 5 o'clock. In the middle of a scene, bye-bye.
Charlie Chaplin?
Sometimes it was difficult.
Charlie Chaplin?
Well, Charlie Chaplin is a pillar of our profession.
He directed you, right?
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful man. Very, very great artist. And I remember that the first day of shooting, he would not look through the camera. He was a little bit vulnerable.
Really?
Yeah. And so it was the cameraman who said, "Sir, I think that you have to look through the camera to see a scene." And he big breath, and then he went around the camera.
That was a movie you did with Brando, right?
Yeah.
The beautiful Sophia Loren will answer your social media questions right after this. The book, Yesterday, Today, Tomorrow, My Life. It'll be a great bestseller. We'll be right back. We're back with Sophia Loren, the book, Yesterday, Today, Tomorrow, My Life. We have some social media questions. Helene Condit on Facebook. Who was your favorite leading man?
Marcello.
At W. Lillis tweets, what's the one thing you wish that you knew earlier?
That love really exists.
At Renee 44, what's the best advice you give to young actresses today?
Yeah, to know what they want and if they can, how to get things done properly.
And now a game of If You Only Knew. Okay, I just asked you some questions. Who's the first boy you ever kissed?
Yeah, he was 14, but I think that when he tried to kiss me, he was a little drunk. His eyes were red.
You remember his name?
I ran away.
You remember his name?
Manlio.
Mario.
Manlio.
Manlio. What's a superpower you'd like to have?
To do what I always want to do.
What's the film closest to your heart?
Two Women.
What's the movie you had the most fun making?
With Peter Sellers. The Millionaires.
Peter, was he fun to work with?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Character.
And to sing with him was
Yeah?
wonderful, yes.
Was there a character you played that you didn't like?
It's very difficult to answer that because when you make a role, you try to like it. If, of course, you are not, if people don't ask for your, for you as an actress in the beginning, so you take anything you see on your path.
Did you like seeing yourself on the big screen?
No. No.
Did not?
In the beginning, I never wanted to.
But later you...
Because I really thought my nose was a little bit too long.
Yeah. Current actor or actress you'd like to work with?
Man?
Man or woman?
Marcello. It's always
No, but now, who of the current?
Daniel Day-Lewis, yes.
What's your favorite meal to cook?
Oh, everything.
You're a good cook?
Melanzane alla parmigiana.
You're a good,
Eggplants parmesan.
you're a good cook?
I'm okay.
Is the eggplant well done?
Of course,
Has
yes.
to be, yeah.
Brown.
Brown, yeah. I don't like it when it's not brown. Favorite city to visit?
Paris.
Closest American co-star?
Cary Grant.
Favorite, you live in Zurich, right?
No. I live in near Geneva.
Geneva.
Yes.
What's the best thing about living in Switzerland?
Peace. It's really a wonderful, ideal place for me, for my character to live quietly.
Yeah. They don't go to war.
No,
They don't?
worry.
Their
No,
young
they
men
don't.
live, right?
Yeah.
So are you now, at your age and where you've attained everything you can in life, are you content?
Not everything. There is always something missing.
What's missing?
I don't tell you.
You're very proud of your boys. Now,
Yeah.
you've got a film coming out that your son directed, right?
Yes.
A short movie.
Mm-hmm.
What is it about?
It's about a woman that she's in love with a man, and it's the tragedy of this woman when this man finds another one and he leaves her.
It's called The Human
She's-
Voice, right?
The Human Voice, yes.
What was it like being directed by your son?
In the beginning, it was a little bit difficult for me because I felt naked. You know, it's very strange. But during the rehearsals, so we had another kind of attitude towards each other. And a very respectful one and a very loving one, and I had a wonderful experience when we started shooting.
So
We really got to know each other very, very well. Yeah.
wonderful being with you.
Grazie.
I want to thank my guest, the legendary, beautiful Sophia Loren. Make sure you grab a copy of her memoir, Yesterday, Today, Tomorrow, My Life. It's in stores right now. And remember, you can find me on Twitter at King's Things. I'll see you next time.